Greetings everyone, Agion here, another Company Heroes 1 replay. Spawn on the north side as the US player, we have Spanky. Spawn as ally as the Brits, we have Kneiter? Kneiter? Then again, the KN makes it silent, so Kneiter.
Engineer squad ready, sir.
Is that right? Kneiter? I tried to pronounce names and I overdo it usually. As the Panzer Elite player, as their opposition, we have RUS. And his teammate as another Panzer Elite player, we have QAQ. Two Captain Grads will give him good capping pressure. We do got a Bren carrier now out on the field. The Bren carrier can be a bit difficult for early Panzer Elite players. Excuse me.
That's it. Construction finished.
Drink a whole bunch of soda, and now I'm releasing the gas. And now we do have, so we're going to probably going to see a quick 2-2 in order to deal with these Bren carriers. The Bren carriers, of course, do have the button ability, so we can rush forward, button the Kettengrad, and then gun it down with the garrison after it dismounts. He does capture that VP, or not VP, munitions point. Up north, we've got these engineers here. The Panzer Elite players have to push aggressive in order to stop the HQ from packing up to somewhere very aggressive, such as I've seen sometimes in the Central Road here, which is a pretty long but potent strip, and also gives a whole bunch of munitions income by locking it down right there.
Jeep is ready.
The Jeep is ready, being forced back by the Panzer Grenadiers. Down the south side, it looks like the munition point has been decaptured, trying to bully the universal carrier, the Bren carrier. He could try charging on the Kettengrad to help block the Bren carrier. The Bren carrier is now sustaining quite a bit of damage. It's getting ripped apart. The Bren carrier needs to get on out of there. He needs to dismount the infantry section to draw fire and get the Bren carrier out of there, because at the current rate, he's going to lose it. Getting body blocked by the Panzer Grenadiers. He does dismount there. This Panzer Grenadier needs to fall back. He does fall back, and the Bren carrier does barely escape out of there. Both of them falling back now. This one's down to one last model. Is he going to use deploy?
Engineer, you're losing a munitions sector.
Oh, looks like he does not get the wipe there. I heard engineer lost. He does have two engineers remaining, so you got a triple engineer
Supply
opener.
lines are broken. We have territory cut off from supply.
Bren's going up north. He's going to rely on his teammates' engineers to repair it up. You do got the command truck has been deployed on this munitions sector right here, which does not a crazy push. By this mission sector here, like provides plus 16. And I think like what, plus 18 or something like that when locked down, gives a lot of munitions. Probably plus 23. He's pretty far south, so he won't be able to group up with his teammate. So they're going to be pretty split as the two Panzer Elite players. We do got a infantry half track has been deployed on out. Kampfgruppe Company has been deployed. And we got the Panzer Jaeger Command being deployed out by the northern player, like going for a 2-2-2.
This is recon.
They probably need to get out a a martyr sooner rather than later, because their opponents will very, very likely go for a what's it called again? Stuart. Two more models go down. We got these riflemen here. Overall, there seems like better capping pressure for the Panzer Elite players. These Panzer Grenadiers are streaming on in. They have reinforcements thanks to this nearby half track. Intersection air is inside this garrison, and the Jeep is here to support, but has sustained quite a bit of damage. Needs to fall out of there. Got a damaged engine and does go down. This guy needs to get inside the garrison or die. He does fully die. This intersection is getting quite damaged. And now we do got this rifleman squad falling on back. Does hop inside both those squads inside this infantry transport. Infantry half-track, the 250. This wire has been barged through and by through the Kettengrad, and does deploy both these squads here. This guy here could get some reinforcement, perhaps hop inside back to inside the half-track, because it says 2 frontal spots there. And now he does get reinforced. I was going to say because he doesn't have to drop any firepower if he hops inside. You got the MMG upgrade for the Universal Carrier, a G43 upgrade as well, and +1 accuracy. Kettengrad does go
Enemy
down,
unit
camouflages on death, so that's now a very sneaky corpse. Infantry half-track is just suppressing both of these guys. Looks like we use the infantry half-track to flank the rear armor, but may get flanked themselves by this infantry section here. We do got Luftwaffe ground forces here.
Logistics claims they can support rapid deployment.
Rapid deployment. Is that infantry or armor? I think that's infantry, right? I always forget that one.
I got a bad feeling about this, Sergeant. Kill those fucking mongrels.
Does hop inside that half-track with both of those squads now, trying to chase down this half-track. And these 2 infantry squads in the back of it will provide 360 fire, though only one of the guys are firing.
B is in. Troops can now make sticky bombs.
Oh, it looks like the hammer sickle symbol right there. It does say F off, but couldn't kill the Bren carrier. This guy's quite wounded. He does have a number of models there. He probably won't get the kill on that. That was a great mortar hit there. And that engineer does get fully wiped out. He's trying to pursue the infantry carrier. Doesn't get the kill there. We do also got the Luftwaffe forces here. Damaged engine on the Bren carrier. And maybe mutual trade. And there goes the Bren carrier.
That's it. Construction finished.
Good trade there. The Bren carrier is probably more dangerous than the infantry half-track.
Rifle squad taking fire. Cover that point.
Got these guys healing back at home. You got 222 supporting the northern advance. He may be getting out another 222. Could be a martyr. About this time, you probably do want to get out a martyr. We do got a field support truck. I don't see a captain. We've got the infantry half-track loaded with the Luftwaffe ground forces. He's just charging forward with all of these infantry sections. Does get suppression there thanks to the pinto mount of the infantry half-track. Does provide suppression given enough time. Ooh, both these guys I really wanted to get
enemy
inside.
Unit they down.
Oh, but no, he does wipe out one of the squads, and I think that's the G43 in the back of it. Does get the reinforced model there. It is G43 squad. Luftwaffe forces do go down. Incendiary mortar on top of the triage center. Sniper getting forced back. You got a Kettengrad capturing down south. This Kettengrad capturing as well. Yeah, let's just go and take a look around the other doctrines. Looks like the Brit has not selected doctrine just yet. We of course know about the Luftwaffe forces. And both of them have gone for Luftwaffe forces, so the only thing we don't know is about the Brit. And this is probably more CP. I think he has invested some... something. It could be Royal Engineers, I have a feeling.
Hey, look at that. Looks like that piece of four-wheel shite I had back home.
I don't know why, but I think it's maybe Royal Engineers, because I don't see abilities here. But I think he's not has spent his command points in some sort of ability. Could be Commando Doctrine. There's one that, there's a couple of them that doesn't pop up right here as well. Does get a sticky bomb off on the infantry half track, but we'll escape on out of there for the most part. Down south, Luftwaffe forces are
Germans
engaging
seizing
the
territory from us.
scope rifles. Kettengrad getting a little camouflage out of that.
Fucking hell, their heavy armor just rolled up! Sir, the ACAC emplacement's ready. What now?
And no, he does not have the improved fortifications ability. It will show up as wooden walls to get the improved fortifications. So I think he may be gone for commando, because I think this command point has been researched. I suppose it could also be still Royal Artillery. Royal Artillery could have like creeping barrage and things of that sort. They don't pop up over here as well. Maybe he still has all his command points. So let's just keep the Brit selected because I don't know which doctrine he's gone for. The Bofors have received some mortar hits. We do got a flak, not flak Irving, but Whirlwind, which has a flak Irving in the back of it.
Taking fire! Major doesn't have a clue, does he? Trying to push through!
We do have a Piat squad. He needs to retarget towards the Piats. We do get one pen there.
Officer reporting for duty.
And we've got an M8 that does get a rear armor hit there on the Whirlwind. Two Whirlwinds are out, both of them by the same player. Do note they're both Luftwaffe ground forces.
We've got no anti-armor weapons!
He does suppress that Piat squad. Does get a pen there. Does receive a bounce there.
Cover! Move! Move! Other side! Other side! Troops ready to fight. Shit! We're pinned down!
And a good hit there. The M8's now going to be charging on in. How effective is the Whirlwind versus the M8? Looks like it doesn't even get rear armored pens. Or barely.
Enemy unit destroyed.
It does lose that one M8. No Panther Shreks on these guys. He needs a tank buster.
The petrol stones have been captured.
Or AT grenades. Canister shot? No. In this game, the M8s do not have canister rounds. That's the Comburos 2 version.
Peers have been distributed, sir.
Over here, we do have the 222s making their advance. Mortar half tracks are raining on in on this base location, trying to hit the infrastructure. He doesn't need to really advance. It'd be hard to crack this because he got his forward reinforcement. Not even forward reinforcements, just a reinforcement points because it's not forward. And the AT guns will rip apart the vehicles. That'd probably be a good idea, maybe, if you really want to lock it down, get a Flak 88 up here as soon as possible.
You off your fucking head?
Bofors starting to get hit by the mortar half track. Kettengrad being camouflaged here is actually really good for the mortar half track. Spotting just so nice. Defensive USF mine, probably a good idea. Never hurts to have a very defensive mine. Piat's pushing their way forward. Two pens there. One bounce, one miss.
We've got rounds incoming! Our infantry's trying to move around!
Does get some suppression on some of these squads, but nothing on the anti-tank squads. And there are 2 mortar half-tracks here. This one needs to fall back. It's about to receive some mortar hits. Incendiary mortar are firing. Does one connect. Got heroic charge being utilized. These guys are just still retreating on back, but this one may go down. Does miss there. Currently, the guys are exhausted.
Under fire from armor!
Needs to retarget to the Piets. Does miss. Whirlwind's pushing on his way forward. Both of them by the same player. Mortar half-track's now engaging. Does do a full retreat there. Armor command truck by the Brit. And the Brit does have quite a bit of resources up, so maybe I'm for a captain into either Cromwell or Firefly. And we've got some Polish Jaegers have been deployed on out, so it's got some elite infantry. Fire Panzerfaust takes out the M8. Very good play there. They're probably so used to not fighting against players who don't have, what's it called, Panzerfaust. They weren't expecting a quick Jaeger to pop out with a Panzerfaust. Both of these AT guns could be overwatched. Prevent any sort of recapture of the 2-2s. One has accuracy, one has defense. He can hit the rifleman. Does lose that entire rifleman squad there because he got ripped apart in the negative ground. And there we go. They're on negative ground, so the flanking shots wipe them out. They do have to be careful about the mortars. US mortars, you don't see them very often, but this situation probably wouldn't be half bad. This is how stationary his opponent's been. There's a triple cap in favor of the allies, so that needs to be rectified. These guys do get suppressed. Ooh, good hits there, and the mortar half-tracks are getting some great juicy hits because they're really blobbed up around that corner. Armored HQ is now deployed. That's field support. There's the armored HQ. Let's keep an eye. He will need to deploy out a command Cromwell before getting out of Firefly. Incendiary rounds have been thrown in here. One of those guys do get burnt up. Wonder if he has Kangaroo selected.
Enemy contact! Taking fire! Contact! German infantry! Look sharp, gents!
Jaegers behind some heavy cover there. And he got +1 accuracy here, very nice. And that's probably the same Jaeger from up here as well. So no FG-42 upgrade. We got 17 pounder here, receiving mortar barrages. We may see some Piets as well.
17 pounder engaged. Gunners under fire! Send us some bloody help! Jerry's got us penned! Bloody hell, this is getting thick! Alright, ready to receive!
COs have what they need to call in artillery.
Yep, now we got Royal Artillery being selected for the Brits, so he has gone for Royal Artillery.
We can't hurt that!
We do got these 2 Jaeger. Oh, we got Royal Artillery going to try to remove this forward placement or garrison, which does provide some forward healing, which has been quite useful. He needs to make sure those Piets get nailed. He does have +1 accuracy on top of this Whirlwind. As they get more and more accuracy, these high-rated fire units just annihilate infantry.
Let's not cock this one up, lads. Stay calm and do your job. 17 pounder ready.
17 pounder still
is under
alive.
attack.
Quite a bit of healing right here. Ooh, this may be a good time for a Hotchkiss with Nebwarfers. Good hit there on the mortar half-track. There is a Kangaroo. We finally get to see a Kangaroo. Let's see what guys want Garrison in the back. Is it going to be Piets Or he's going to upgrade a Bren squad. He could go for a bunch of rifle grenades as well. Do you know how the Kangaroo garrisons work? Is it has
reporting they have destroyed a German target.
does take out Panzer Grenadier there. The Kangaroo has up to 6 garrison slots. Models can fit right there. They are all directional fire, but up to 4 can basically fire at the at a single direction, or like these 4 here can all fire the same direction. Looks like it's going to load up 2 squads in there, a Piet and perhaps rifle grenade. We do have another M8. He has been having no counters to the M8s. We got 2 Kangaroos pushing the way forward, both of them armed with engineer and infantry section. Good hits there. One World War I do go down. He's been having no counters of these Greyhounds whatsoever. That's a big oversight. More half-track will go down.
One of our snipers is KIA.
Snipers KIA? So he must have lost the scoped rifle squad.
Staghound ready to help.
Staghounds also have been deployed. Mortar half-track just trying to avoid the Kangaroos and pursuing of it. Okay, that looks like a spot for 2 MGs on the Kangaroo, not just 1. Fully immobilized. Ooh. He does have an engineer on the back, so he can repair it, but needs cover. Perhaps his artillery, if you have any 17-pounders or 25-pounders, he does not. And no priests either. I think he has enough for priests. We know he has
NCO's reporting they have destroyed a German target.
The Royal Artillery being researched. He has sustained quite a bit of damage. Infantry units might as well just bail out at this point. Yeah, right now there's only 1 guy actually firing at the moment. He is going to abandon the church. The Kangaroo does do a full retreat, which is a good idea. And that Kangaroo, it does still have a gun and it's shooting the ground forces. The other Kangaroo is now advancing.
Motor pool reports a vehicle has been destroyed.
This is getting very, very messy for these Kangaroos. Right now the Kangaroo has sustained quite a bit of beating. Full retreat coming out by these forces here. Looks like officer artillery is now raining on in. No, those are S mines, or the butterfly bombs, I should say. The Kangaroo is just being a big nuisance.
NCO's reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Just in the thick of everything, and it does go down there, does drop a couple models there. He needs to do a full retreat. Also, he's going to get these forces ripped apart. Kettengrad camouflage right there. Kettengrad camouflage right here. So very good spotting.
Our troops are taking major casualties out there.
And he runs straight for the butterfly bombs.
To employ creeping barrages.
You can now also deploy priests. This needs a bit more manpower. 17 powder still alive as well. Down south, that is... Oh, we got some butterfly bombs down here as well. And the Fulvian vehicles are currently camouflaged right there. Very nice. Firefly has been deployed.
Jerry's cut forward supply lines.
2 bazooka hits there. Hope he does not have the Thompson upgrade, because Thompson upgrade does reduce anti-tank damage. If he wants them for anti-tank purposes, you need to not get the Thompson upgrade, because the bunch of slot items competes with the bazookas. And without the Thompsons, now the bazookas are shared among all the members.
Troops ready to fight.
Ooh, the Bolsheviks got spotted. And
Destroy
dead.
the target. Staghound on the field.
Another staghound on the field. Not going for the priest just yet, so he's holding off the priests. Maybe worried about
Contact
the
reports indicate the Germans just lost a tank.
Panthers. We do got a Firefly though. It's currently stuck on the terrain because of the crushing action. We do got a straight up a tank buster here as well. More butterfly bombs. There's butterfly bombs now everywhere.
Infantry's got anti-armor. What's it going to be? I got a job. Taking fire.
Lieutenant does find a butterfly bomb there. Up here we do got Flak 88 trying to contain the US player in space. What has the US player even have? We know he's gone for Rangers. He needs an M2. But those Panthers are going to be problematic as well. And the Flak 88 will destroy those AT guns. And the AT gun fully goes down, spots the Kennedy with the snipers. And
The enemy is down to 300 points.
The US player needs
Enemy
fires,
unit down.
needs support. He's getting overrun his base sector. And now the base sector will be under siege from the Flak 88, and the Panthers have no real threat to them. Bazookas will take a bit of time. Another squad of Rangers, all he can really do to
Observation
force
posts
back his
report we are
opponent. He has
losing
two
a
snipers, so
sector.
he has plenty of anti-infantry. He just needs... And he does have some landmines here and there. So those can be useful to stop the Panthers from going in. And his Panthers going to find this one.
Base is under attack. Casualties being going after a fuel point. One of ours.
Panzer Grenadiers are getting hit. They're trying to repair up the damaged engine. Looks like they did manage to repair the damaged engine.
Got hostiles in
He's
the
going to need to
compound.
off-map howitzers
Base
to
is
help
under attack.
stop this area from being cracked. But the Flak
Enemy
88
unit
still
down.
has range of the AT guns.
Get us out of here.
Still no second ranger, and he has not a whole lot of manpower remaining. He does have the supply yard. The weapon center is going down. As long as he has sticky bombs research, he can lose the supply yard.
Got hostiles in the
Stag
compound.
hound's coming forward, trying to
Base is
deal with
under
that
attack.
Flak 88, but he needs to send over a lieutenant and do barrage on it.
New recruits reporting. We're losing them as fast as we're getting them.
The rifleman just getting ripped apart. No casualty recovery station either. Looks he has gotten a Thompson upgrade on his Rangers.
They're trying to flush me out. Sniper taking fire.
Piet's coming into here to support as well. Very nice.
What do you need?
Rangers charging on forward, trying to deal with these units. Does fire up. Flak
Enemy
88
unit
is
down.
down. Good. And there's nothing nearby to recrew it. Maybe a good idea to destroy his own Flak 88 at this point.
Reinforcements ready to roll.
Luftwaffe ground forces being very aggressive. He has mobile off-map combat group, but he has enough fuel, so he doesn't need to really use it for an RNG option. 2 AT guns, they can have free range. Maybe he himself should destroy that Flak 88. Gadgeting for himself wouldn't be half bad either. It's really hard to tell. Fresh Fallschirmjägers have been spawned right here. Kennegrab pushing on his way forward as well. Two of the Fallschirmjägers do go down, and he's not retreating them back immediately.
Under fire!
Triple accuracy 2-2. Look at that. These guys are just ripping apart the riflemen. They can't advance with those 2-2s nearby. An M2 wouldn't be half bad. It will help him break the contain and siege down these flak 88s are popping up.
Rangers here. Yes, sir. We're drawing too much fire.
AT gun does roll a miss, so does the bazooka.
Construction is done. Good enough for army work.
Construction's done. Looks like a landmine.
It'll be fun, they said.
Flak 88 is now good to go.
Rifle squad is being engaged.
And nails that other Flak 88. The other Flak 88 goes down. The rifleman getting ripped apart by those 2-2s. Ranger needs to fall back as well.
Sniper in a bit of a shitstorm here. AT. Our position is
Good hits
under
there,
fire!
but the Flak 88 is now receiving direct hits from the AT guns receiving direct hits from the Flak 88. Looks like I'm going to keep an eye down
Enemy
here a little
unit
bit more.
down.
Do got Bren squad, Piet squad, Piet squad. That's just a Firefly, but it is exposed to the Flak 88.
Squad reinforced. Taking fire.
It's another Flak 88 over here as well. The time of kangaroos is over. Time for the priests and M2s need to start popping up.
I got a bad feeling about this, Sarge.
We're fucking toast.
Ooh, finds one of those butterfly bombs.
Where's that support?
Yep. Now the Firefly is receiving fire from the low ground and loads up a shot, fires, almost down.
They got us covered.
And the bird's not paying attention to this Firefly. He is now.
Fixed up and ready to go.
Squad under fire.
And it's now fighting against another target. Flak 88, or the M1AT gun's almost down. Ooh. Almost one more shot on that M1 will likely go down. We do got Priest here. Multiple Panther trucks here, engaging a Bren squad.
Enemy unit down.
We've got new recruits.
Level 2 production looks like he's maxed out his supply yards, so he should get, yeah, he has now a lot more manpower income.
Fire.
Rangers ready. Building here.
What we do.
Snipers now engaging. Fallschirmjägers are here to support as well, and not upgrade of FGs. Oof. Those Rangers are getting ripped apart.
Sniper in a bit of a shitstorm here.
7 mil at your service.
Flak gun.
They have 200 points left.
Nope, not hitting the AT gun. Rifleman's still here. Still no full casualty recovery center. I'm expecting a lot out of the US player, but he simply does not have the manpower for it. Luftwaffe ground forces pushing the way forward. We'll find the 17-pounder again. More
Artillery
butterfly
support
bombs.
is now available.
Yeah, oh, wait. Artillery support's now available. He's just now got the M2. He went for the off map, not straight to the M2. Ooh, Triage Center going down due to friendly fire. Oof. This game has really bad friendly fire. Panthers do get another hit in, or fire shot in.
Enemy
AT gun still in
unit down.
very defensive position. Enemy unit down. Not sure what unit they got.
Engineers ready.
He needs his M2 just to displace those artillery pieces, or the flak pieces.
Rifle squad has contact! Hit me! Orders! Point is ours! Ready to die! Construction detail!
Rifleman forced to fall back. This point is decaptured. The points are actually still in favor of the Allies. Panstrax pushing the way forward, getting 2 hits there.
We have finished construction.
Looks like there's a number of landmines here. Does spot that one as well.
Push me up.
We're losing ground out there.
US sniper is still just slowly picking apart his opponent. But now we got some STG squads with 4-man squad upgrades. Still no FG-42s. Oh yeah, we do got some FG-42s on the Fallschirmjägers. Rangers using firing up to force back the STG squad. Over here, Panstrax trying to push his way forward to the HQ, but may get wiped out. This guy's down to
Enemy
one bullet.
unit
Does go
down.
down. We do got Bergantiga here. Looks like he lost a bit of stuff, which he's going to be recovering. Ooh, there's a Kettengrad he can reclaim. Looks like he's going for this half track.
Rifle squad taking fire. Take cover.
And there's the half track now being recovered. Looks like off-map howitzer shoot and on-map howitzer are now engaging
Enemy
the artillery
unit
piece,
down.
the Flak 88, and does get it decrewed. Looks like it was a mortar half track that went down right there. So now he has more and more vehicles being deployed on out. The Kettengrad looks like got crushed right there, so no replacement of Kettengrad. Down south, we got the
Enemy
Kettengrad
unit
getting
down.
ripped apart by the MG emplacement. The scope rifle squad needed to recapture the VP. Vet 2 Panther, the other one severely wounded. Mortar half track looks like it's going down. Yep, it does go down. Flak 88 not being recruited just yet.
Crew, look alive.
M1AT gun getting overran. G43 squads at 2 levels veteran C while the STG squad has 1 level defense.
AT squad under fire! They're trying to
And AT gun does
Sniper
go
taking
down.
fire!
One shot
Base is
there,
under enemy
another
fire.
shot there.
AT squad under fire!
Rangers fully falling back.
Engineers waiting down.
May see a sticky bomb. Yes, we will see a sticky bomb there. It doesn't wipe out that rifleman squad in time. It's gradually
Enemy
getting
unit
reinforcements.
down.
Ranger squad needs more men, and his bazookas are not popping out. That's sort of the problem with the Thompson upgrade. But at least Thompson down the back of the armored car. FG's Fallschirmjäger needs to fall back down on 1 less member.
Got
Because he's
hostiles in
barraging the
compound.
last known location of
Base
the
is under
Panther.
attack.
It does lose the entire Fallschirmjäger squad. That push was not very good.
AT squad under fire!
Weapon crew lost. Enemy unit down.
Welcome to the war, Ranger.
Flak 88 still very much alive. The Rangers are now charging on forward. He does have... This looks like a fresh squad of Rangers as well. One hit there. Panther, pretty wounded.
Position!
Bazooka's lining up another shot.
Take cover!
And rolls a complete whiff there.
Got resistance here! Reporting construction complete.
Rockman does get
The enemy has
forced back,
100
but you've got
points and
another
counting
kangaroo.
down.
This one just appears to be equipped with a Piet Sapper. 2 kangaroos here. This one has more guys in it. Let's switch the Brit. There's a Bren and a Piet, so he can perhaps button one of these vehicles and then Piet it down. Does take out that Panther there. Very nice. We do have the emplacement there. Does get decrewed there. Fully destroyed there. Full retreat there. This Panther is far from going down. And another Flak 88 looks like pitching some shots in right there.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
He needs to fall back this guy, but may run some butterfly bombs. I know they're just everywhere at this point. Ooh. He even drops a Piet. Yep, and that's a wiped squad.
Enemy
Drops
target
both his
destroyed.
Piets.
Crew stand by for orders.
Looks like the priest is firing.
Taking fire! Breaking through on the right!
Taking fire! 17 ready!
Good hit there on the 17 pounders.
17 pounder engaged!
And there goes the 17 pounder. Wasn't... I suppose the fact that it being alive prevents any sort of advance from over here. Sometimes sort of hard to tell how useful those emplacements are. But the fact
Line
that
has confirmed they can execute
the vehicles are
counter-battery
not
drills.
pushing over here makes it so they're just it as an area denial tool. But also means that they can be used otherwhere, such as hitting teammate up north. So it is a double-edged sword. Another Flak 88 being deployed right here.
Contact
I'm to
report.
siege
Enemy
this
vehicle has been knocked out.
location.
Fire!
He may need to deploy out another priest. He does have a lot of fuel and manpower.
Set up and ready
He has
for
one
fire.
staghound, 2
Lines are under
fireflies.
attack. We're losing a sector.
Ready for fire!
There goes the triage center.
Extended line! Contact!
Good hit there.
Ready for your orders.
And it looks like it's going to be start sieging down. These guys are very bunched up. He could have got a serious hit. Firefly does bounce that around. The captain perhaps could go forward for a victim target or off-map artillery.
Ready the 17 pounder.
Germans are seizing
Firefly does go
territory
out of
from us.
control. Does get good hit
Last
there.
engagement with Jerry claimed one of our tanks.
Taking fire!
And then we got the Staghound Firefly making an advance as well. Looks like no off-map just yet. He has an AoE healing here as well. This HQ is still very much alive. He hasn't sieged it down. And Asher's actually captured an M1 AT gun here. Looks like the Brit has lost a significant amount of his force here.
Continue the attack. Germans down to 50 points.
And the Germans are already down points. The Brit has lost quite a bit there. The Northern Panzer Elite player is actually lagging out a bit. Northern Panzer Elite player doesn't have a whole lot. He's getting sieged by his opponent's artillery piece. So a player on both sides are not. It's not very doing all so great.
We've got a
Don't lag out now. That's,
Taking fire!
oh,
Our
that
supply
hurt.
lines are being threatened.
Under fire! Jerry's all over us!
He may have just backed out, fell out of the game now. Usually if it goes to 66, it means it's fully out. Fully mobile.
Send over!
And there goes the HQ truck. Yep, and the northern player either disconnected or lagged out. It may have been a disconnect, based on how far back he was being pushed. Now the other Panzer League player has to work for AI, which does give him some breathing room, allowing him to push his the other opponent quite significantly, since the Brit has been battered and bruised. With his teammates still here, he's still getting income, so he doesn't need to deploy out the HQ again. Looks like a mobile off-map combat group just been deployed.
Chaps are ready when you are.
We got a new headquarters truck, so he has got that redeployed.
Signal's reading you. Go ahead,
We're losing a munition sector.
Kettengrad.
Crew standing by.
He could ask his teammate to deploy out a triage
Munitions depot
center,
is being overrun.
something that doesn't require munitions to use every single time. Throws out a sticky bomb there, very
Jerry's hitting
nice.
one of our forward
And it's an
sectors.
AI, so
Germans have
the AI
penetrated
will
the
build
lines. They're trying to
martyrs.
take a sector.
Go ahead,
There's got a mass migration.
We have a secured
They
sector
do
under
travel in
attack.
herds. He does have scope rifles here, so he should be able to spot these S mines. And we got,
ceasefire!
was this sector artillery being used?
NCO's reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Yep, it looks like sector artillery has been utilized.
Sector is being overrun.
Setting up the field support CP on this position. HQ command truck has established our base of operations. Out.
The Martyr has gone down. The Panther could potentially go down as well. There's a triple
NCO's
capture in
reporting they have
favor of the
destroyed a
Axis
German target.
players. The British needs to focus on reorganizing. There's just a lot of light vehicles here, which can easily be overran. The Flak 88 is still very much alive, but the infantry, the crew members are wounded. I'm not sure about the gun itself.
Incoming Jerry
And this back one has been decrewed as well.
Jerry knocked out an MG nest.
Men ready.
Channel clear. Go ahead.
The Huns are
Tank
attacking an
busters
allied
pushing the way
base.
forward now.
An
Kettengrad
ammo
going
storage
capturing multiple
facility is being
points.
overrun.
The US player needs to focus on getting this VP
Battalion is down to 200 under
points.
attack.
Enemy contact!
and stop worrying about pushing this base as an AI.
A German target has
Got that
been
fully
destroyed.
mobilized.
Supply lines are broken.
Takes it
We
out.
have territory out of supply.
The Brits making a counterattack. The priest receives a pan-strike shot, which is not exactly very good. All those S mines are still being very problematic. He
NCO
has,
reporting they have destroyed a
looks like
German
he just
target.
simply has not deployed out any minesweeper. He needs minesweepers. The amount of S mines I've been seeing. Oh, he's setting up the AT gun and finds the priest.
Motor pool reports a German forces are trying to overrun one of our sectors.
AT gun does go down. We got a broken Tiga here. Now we also got incendiary mortars raining on in. Whirlwind's rushing on in. That is from the southern player, actually. The non-AI. The AI player is just going crazy with spamming out stuff.
Teams are trying to overrun one of our strategic
Rifleman
locations.
here, pushing a little bit too far, needs more support. And we got now Martyr, Panzer IV-C, Light AT half-track, 222,
Jerry's
and
cut
just
forward
deploying
supply lines.
everything. So right now, the Axis players are going to be facing a tidal... The Allies are going to be facing a tidal wave of vehicles. They're going to need some Fireflies and some Sherman tanks. I would say he does not have Shermans available. Looks like a priest is engaging.
Grab hold of something, men. We've got a dispatch coming through.
Self-propelled artillery has reached the RV.
They only need a small amount of tickets, that's for sure. They could play the VP game up on the north side. There is a Kettengrad. Oh, they can capture this VP in this fresh machine gun bunker. So they're going to play the center VP.
Enemy
This is
unit
the
has been
AI
raised
forces.
in one of our forward sectors.
There's just a lot of mass in the middle of the map, so he's usually going focus on the top and bottom VP, which is probably a good
German
idea.
forces are trying to take under attack.
Command truck or armored command truck is seeing quite a bit of fire. All of his HQs are right here.
We've lost an armor command secured sector under attack. Supply lines are broken. We have a territory cut off from
Fresh
supplies.
intersection coming on out.
German forces are trying to overrun one of our sectors.
A U.S. landmine has been spotted. Rifleman armed with a Piat. And here comes a wave of
have a
Allied
secured sector
reinforcements
under
with
attack.
mixed weapons from his teammate. Rangers are charging on forward. We've got two VPs in favor of the Allies. That's a Panther there, not a Kettengrad captain at that point.
Rifleman ready.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Handshakes trying to charge on forward. We've got Rangers trying to push on forward as well. Northern
Keep the momentum. Germans
point,
are down to
likely to be
25 points.
recaptured by the Axis players. Southern point is very much in favor of the Brits. Down south, we do still got a whole bunch of light armor. War 1 getting overwhelmed by the Rangers. We do got the Luftwaffe ground forces here as well. Main gun destroyed again. Only one bazooka troop firing, and he was unable to secure the kill. Maybe some artillery. This may be off-map power troop, but I think that's just a leftover flare that hasn't gone out. Rifle grenades have been researched for some of these entry sections. More artillery raining on in. On the north side, we do have a bunch of light armor. All of them by the AI. All by the AI. Mortal half-track light AT, 2 infantry, 2 Panthers, another light AT, another mortal half-track. This AI is spamming out so much light armor.
German target has been destroyed.
This VP is now being decaptured up by the southern Panzer League player, so not the AI. It does get decaptured right there. 5 tickets remaining. There's just so much mass here, it's hard for them just to push through.
Infantry closing in on us!
Looks like the M2s are eyeing to barrage the mass, but the mass has just moved.
Lads are taking heavy casualties.
Down the southern side, we've got this scope rifle squad moving around.
Contact report. German half-track has been destroyed.
Riflemen making their advance now. 1 Piat. which is a bit more important. They can always throw sticky grenades as well. There is a dropped weapon here. I'm not sure. Was it a bazooka? I said.
Contact reports
Sort of
show
to click
the
on
German
the top of that
vehicle was knocked
weapon.
out in that last skirmish.
I'm not sure what weapon that is. Piet's getting some good hits there on all the light AT. He's trying to capture at this point. Rifleman down to one last model, does fall back.
There's nothing we can bloody do to it.
Whirlwind making some advance onto these these sectors here. He
Listen
does
up,
have
you
rifle
sorry
grenades.
lot.
One he could button it with the Brens.
Ready for combat.
We've got no anti-armor weapon.
Rifle grenades are not exactly that great. Does not button, but it does get a pair of Piet hits there. Artillery now raining on in. Rangers here. Does get some good hits there. Takes out a Panther.
NCO's reporting they have destroyed a German target.
The other Panther now does go down. There's a lot less mass here now with all those Panthers, but there is still a Panzer IV-C, which is actually a bit more deadly than the Panthers when it comes to anti-infantry. Looks like this machine gun placement is getting flanked by the tank buster. Riflemen making their advance. We do have... Nope, no sticky bomb there. Rangers using Fire It Up. This Flak 88 is fully healed, but not fully repaired. Just ever so slightly not. Good rear armor hit there.
We have a victory point under attack.
Southern VP is being decaptured by the AI.
Contact! Contact!
Jerry's cut forward supply lines.
Two whirlwinds. We do got a Birkin taken out by the not the AI. Claiming some more vehicles. Could go up north. There's some carcasses up there, but the US player has overran that
Onward
sector.
supply line. The urban
Finally.
half-track has been destroyed.
We need reinforcements if you want us to hold this point.
I've overrun the position. Okay, go ahead.
Overrun the position. You're getting overran.
Contact. Enemy moving.
Lieutenant, Vet 2 Lieutenant falling on back.
We're down to 100 points. Strict countermeasures must be enacted.
Fresh
Panzer forces are
intersection.
moving on one of our strategic locations.
They have kept the northern sector,
Enemy
taking out a
vehicle
number of
has
these
been
light
knocked
ATF tracks. These Rangers
Germans
just
have penetrated
being
the
very,
lines.
very
They're trying
useful.
to take a sector. Jerry's cut forward supply lines.
Whirlwinds, however, being very, very problematic. He's building 17 pounder, defensive 17 pounder is probably a good idea. Now the US player can take time to force his way down to the middle point. Deploying Volvers up here wouldn't be half bad either, since the AI like to spam out those light vehicles.
Ceasefire! Ceasefire! SIG's ready.
Another priest wouldn't be half bad. Nah, no. One priest is all he needs.
Effective fire!
Good hits there.
Enemy armor. Take cover.
Ammo depot secured.
Bloody hell! They zeroed in on us.
Good hit there by the 17 pounder. Two Pantrax pushing their way forward.
NCO's reporting
Takes out
they
the
have destroyed a
Kettengrad.
German
The
target.
half track does, or the AT gun does need some reinforcements. Does get decrewed
We are
right there,
losing an ammo point.
and this point does get decaptured.
Ready for new target. What now?
Panzer forces are trying to secure our fuel dump.
Brett has a lot of manpower saved up. I'm not sure what he's saving up for. Oh, looks like he's gonna bring out armor command truck. He looks like he's going to try to get out some Not fireflies, I would
Supply lines are
assume those
broken.
more
We have
stag
territory
hounds
out
would
of
be
order.
half
Supply
bad.
lines are broken.
What now?
They offer enough armor to fight against the whirlwinds while providing good anti-infantry support.
CP ready for combat.
The AI has now deployed out a whirlwind of his own. This received 1 pen, 1 bounce, 1 pen, and 1 miss.
We've secured
We
the
are
field.
losing the battle. We're down to 50 points.
Ooh, out of control whirlwind.
A German target has been destroyed. A fuel point is being seized.
Are the Panzer League players going to really win out versus with an AI? The AI was just throwing a whole bunch of bodies at this opponent, and it was relatively successful.
Jerry's cut forward supply lines.
Taking fire!
Looks like he's trying to barrage down this flak 88.
Armor HQ going to set up here. Get moving, lads. Let's not cut this one up, eh?
This is setting on up. Fred doesn't really have a whole lot. He's getting out of Firefly, which is probably a good option. They need the big anti-armor asset. Cromwell's at this point would be the best option, but he can't deploy them because he has kangaroos. As much as I like seeing kangaroos, you just not a good option. Just don't have them right now.
What's the word, sir?
Men ready. Fucking hell!
Target is ours.
Rangers pushing his way forward. Does he have enough munitions for off-map Hauser shoot? That would be really good in dealing with that
NCO's reporting they have
weapon.
destroyed a German
Just
target.
trying to take time to decapture that point. He does have a lot of heavy cover right there. The Whirlwind squad trying to stop him. It's a Vet 1 defense Whirlwind. Getting some good hits there, but this Ranger squad will need to fall back. Getting some multiple good hits there. This is a great time to bring in some artillery. Yem 2
Ready to give them the business.
is in range
German
of the
target
sector.
has been knocked out.
It looks as now bring it on in, trying to hit this point, and it's a single capture in favor of the Allies. That's all they need, and that is game. Oof, that was much closer than you would imagine with an AI at the end. I'm actually sort of surprised. I thought, oh, this game's over, but no. Then I looked at the time frame. There was actually still plenty of time left. What a great game by both sides. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.